The senator representing Edo North Senatorial District, Senator Adams Aliu Oshiomhole, has called for an audit of military budgets and allocations by the National Assembly as he condemned the rising wave of insecurity and insurgency plaguing the country. In a Senate plenary session held on Wednesday, the 3rd of June 2026, Senator Oshiomhole stressed the need to carry out an audit of the resolutions passed by the National Assembly in the areas of budget allocation and appropriation of funds, expressing concern over accountability, citing a previous incident in Kebbi.
I am not sure, having listened this morning, with profound respect to all my distinguished colleagues who have spoken, I didn't hear anything new. We have competed for change of words to condemn, to denounce, to lament, to regret, to worry aloud about all of these things. And on each occasion, there are consequential prayers that this Senate has had to make. What I want to say this afternoon with profound respect is that it doesn't appear to me that we have carried out audit. By this I mean to refer to each of those resolutions that we have passed in the past, to ask ourselves, as a consequence, what specific actions has been taken based on those resolutions? If past resolutions did not change anything, why should we believe that today's own will be different? And if today's own will not be different, why should we waste our precious time on it? I want to draw your attention, Mr. President, to one particular one, because everybody in Nigeria must be accountable, whether you are under arms or you are armless. We all admitted we were shocked about war kidnapping that took place in Kebbi, and it was reported, and the governor of Kebbi State cried aloud that military personnel that were in that particular school were ordered to be withdrawn. And about 40 minutes later, the kidnappers came and cut away about 200, I can't remember exactly the number of children. This Senate, under your leadership, we passed a resolution that the military high command should disclose the name of that officer, the action that had been taken against him, to satisfy us that that action was not willful, or that people who are trusted to protect us, that some of them have not become part of our problem. Mr. President, I have always tried to be present in every day that this Senate sits. As I speak, I am not aware that we have gotten a response to that simple inquiry.
Senator Oshiomhole called for a full security audit as he reiterated that the National Assembly has to be more proactive and invested in the issue of insurgency that is fast spreading across the country.
If the armed forces is not accountable, if we do not carry out due audit and oversight on resources that we have all been blackmailed to appropriate to protect Nigeria, and we come here lamenting that the things is now taking over the country, I think we need to do more than that. We need to carry out security audit. Money appropriated, who got what, how was it used? And I insist that this Senate is entitled to have a reply to the question we unanimously ask: who withdraw those people for the children to be carted away?
You have 1 second
now, if that was done, maybe this other ones now may not have happened. I associate myself with whatever we feel we can do, but I believe that any time we pass a motion, we are entitled to know the feedback arising from the response of the appropriate agencies
very much. Your time
that
is
the motion
off.
is directed to.
The senator representing Niger East Senatorial District, Senator Sani Musa, also mirrored the concerns of Senator Oshiomhole, explaining the need to call service chiefs to account for budgets allocated, as accountability will play a huge role in taking decisive actions.
If the U.S. Secretary of Defense can be called to be scrutinized publicly on the expenditures, spending, and operational mechanisms of the armed forces, especially in area of expenditure and budgeting, I think it is high time now that Mr. President, in his wisdom, called the service chiefs to account for the resources that this National Assembly have been budgeting for. Because if this is not done, the issue of overcoming this issue of security is going to be a child's play. Today, go and check the economy. Go and check how the economy plays. Today, if you look at the indices that even give the growth to our GDP and areas where these expenditures are going, you will see that real estate is playing a role in this country. Who are the owners of these real estates? How does the resources come? We are here in National Assembly every day saying we want to appeal to Mr. President to look at domestic debts. I think there is that responsibility upon us as legislators to do our oversight without fear or favor. We need to do it. We have been allocating resources at a time. 3 of our budgets, defense was carrying the highest. And yet, every day, it is either we don't have the arms or the money is not there to pay allowances for our servicemen. Where is the money going to? Not until we do this scrutiny, we will not be able to get it right. Because security go hand in hand with also the expenditure. If we want security, we have to spend money. So are we spending money to get the security? That is the question that we need to ask ourselves. Thank you, Mr. President.
Olumide Abiodun Mudashiru, reporting for PFM Global News.